sixth graders, how you guys doing? So, bear with me. We're trying to work out the technology for all of this. But what I'm going to talk about today is math. So every day for math, I'm going to be sending you guys a video, either of me teaching it or else a video that I want you guys to watch online. That's going to have information about the day's lesson. You have as homework assignment, and then you also have to submit it on Google Classroom. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of different things today. But first, we're going to go through our lesson. So today's lesson, this is one we were supposed to do a couple weeks ago. But we're going to be starting with chapter 14.1, which is understanding percents. When we're taking a look at our understanding percents, the biggest thing here, you guys, is we're taking a look at a ratio, which is a comparison. So it's basically kind of like a fraction. And we're taking a look at comparing part to whole. Now, when we take a look at part to whole, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 different ways that you can do that. But the big thing when we're taking a look at percents is that it's always going to be out of 100, okay? Percent, if we actually take away the word percent, that cent is a Latin root, taking a look at century, which is 100. So anytime you see that root word of cent, think 100. Percent's always out of 100. Another thing to keep in mind, we always want to do our number and then our percent sign. We have some people that get that goofed up a little bit as well, but always include that percent sign when we're dealing with our percentages here. Couple things to keep in mind when we're doing our percents. First off, all of our parts have to be equal. If we have an image that looks like this, where we have different parts, okay, and they are not equal, you cannot officially find the percent until you have those equal parts. So keep that in mind. When we're taking a look at percents, as I said, they're always out of 100. Henry, don't mind my picture, okay? But pretend that there is actually 100 spots here. If we have, 12 of those ones filled out, as a fraction, we would write that as 12 over 100. As a percent, pretty easy when it's out of 100, we're at that 12%, okay? If it's out of 100, it's just that number that's going to be on top. Now, when we take a look at another example of a whole one, so this one right here, if we have a shape like this, now if we look at our parts, there are 10 parts, and 4 of them are filled out. How are we going to be doing that as a percent? We want to figure out what this is out of 100. So to go from here to here, we need to think, what is it that we're doing? We can times by 10. Same thing up on top. Times by 10, times by 10. It is 40 over 100, which would be the same thing as 40%. Now, those people that have a calculator, and you guys know how to do these percentages because it's something that we do every single day during math, we could also do our top number divided by bottom number and then move our decimal over twice. So a couple different ways to solve that one. Now, this is with a whole, as was this one. Now, you can also look at percents if we're looking at a set of numbers. So in this case, if I have 1 out of those 5, we can do that same thing. It is 1 out of 5, but if I want to figure out what it is out of 100, we need to think about what it is that you need to multiply by. So in this case, we need to multiply it by 20 to get there. So same thing, multiply by 20, and we are at 20% for that set. So we have a whole, we have a set. On your assignment, which you don't see as much in real life, but you guys will see some that look like a timeline. This first one, we have a set up to 10. 5 of it is filled in, so we're at 5 out of 10. If we're taking a look at that percent, we need to figure out what it is out of 100, and that is going to be 50%. Now, a lot of you guys could probably look at that one and be like, duh, yes, I know that's 50%. Great, awesome, good, okay? You don't necessarily have to show work on these ones. Now this one down below, we have 14 filled in out of our 20. So what we need to do is we either need to do our division method, or we can figure out what is that going to be out of 100. 20 times what gives us 100? It's times 5. We're going to do the same thing up on top, and we have our 14 times 5, which is going to give us 70 out of 100, which is the same thing as 70%. All right, so we have a lot of different examples here. What it's going to look like on your worksheet looks just like this. they'll be giving you guys a variety. Let me put this behind it. A variety of different shapes where you guys need to take a look at those different shapes and figure out what percent of the figure is shaded. Okay? You actually have to do some counting. Okay? All of these ones are going to be ending in your percent sign. Now, this sheet probably looks familiar. This is the sheet that I sent home with you guys last week. If you already lost that packet, don't worry. I'm also going to be uploading it onto Google Classrooms for you. So this is the sheet that you guys are going to be completing. 14-1, practice and reteach, both of those. Now, if some of you guys are going to have your paper copy already, others of you can just look on the PDF, the file that I'm going to be putting on Google Classrooms. But here's where it's going to get a little different. I was trying to figure out how we're going to be doing our correcting for this, and we're going to start off by so you guys are looking computer screen to computer screen, so we're going to see how this works. We're going to be taking a look at a Google form here. Okay, the Google form is going to look just like this. Notice it has 14-1, our assignment up on top, and then it's going to have reteach 1, and so on and so on. All you're going to do is you're going to be typing your answer in. Now, when you guys write your answer, make sure that it's going to be in percent form. So for reteach number 1, if you think the answer is 40%, you're going to be putting in 40%. Now, hopefully, there's actually a couple, there'll be like a multiple choice one too, so you might see that on there, but most of them are going to be a short answer. The nice thing about this, as soon as you type in your answers and press submit, you should be able to get an answer on how you did on the assignment. So I think that's kind of it for right now. Just so you guys know, we will be doing a math lesson every day. I'll either be uploading a video or I'll sending you a link to watch a video on certain things. You're going to have to complete an assignment too, so I'll make sure I upload those and anything else that you need to do with those. So hopefully you guys have a good day. If you have questions about these math ones, don't hesitate to ask. I know my class, I'm going to be having some meetings set up where you guys can do question answer kind of thing. But if you have a question as you're working on these, just shoot me an email, shoot me a voice message, whatever you want, and we can go over these. All right, see you guys later. Bye.